Okay. Alright, the first thing I did is change the I changed the background because my eyes were burning from the regular one. Testing, YouTube. Testing, YouTube. Well, I have like no. I don't have a lot of. My God, my hair. I combed it and everything. Okay, yeah, first thing I did so it didn't burn my eyes anymore, I made the background gray. There's a couple problems. First thing I do when it goes on the edge, it still goes to the dye state, so I'm gonna have to deal with the ice. It does both of these all the time, so state equals. So I have to let this guy go this side again, and then he disappears. But if I kill, doesn't work for them. You know what? How about this? How would that happen? No, it's probably because this doesn't exist. Or I have to do it like this. Nope. Self.tangle at index x. I mean, it's right there, actually down there, so I don't see the issue. Let's go to the internet. Or the browser, sorry. Let's see how that goes. Nothing. There's no issue. Okay. That's very, very laggy. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, okay. It's greater than 0. What am I doing? Obviously. If greater than 0, then do this. Otherwise, you just disappear. Okay. Oh, okay, messed up. Okay, so what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it so they go through an entire situation first. So if actually, I think there was an issue with that. So maybe I'll try it again. So it's like when you hit them, when you kill them. Where's the actual? There it is. Okay. So I could do it here. There was an issue like pushing this over here. If I did this and then command this, I'm going to push it into enemy scripts, the ice script. I think I put it here. No, sorry, it was somewhere else. It was the enemy's up. Yeah, and if it was here and but we didn't have add points, so. But there's an issue here. I think it was like if I did this, I can't remember what the problem was. Yeah, they never died. Yeah, the whole thing just failed. So I think if I just they all do loop it, whatever. So it would go through a whole death animation. At the end of the death animation, it would do this. And if I get this done, let's see what it says on the internet. Enemy is not defined. Oh, right, okay. That was my fault. It's guy. Let's see what happens. Oh no, it does work exactly. It's just the add points is the issue. So what I have to do is I have to mark it for death anyway. So I think what I'll do is here. This is what actually changes it to dead. Like this is different than just disappearing off screen. So mark for death and add points. And then I'll go into enemy scripts and there's mark for dead. And then I'll do points. And this is only happens if you hit them with something. And so I will go into index and I'll go find enemy. I made a little, they extend the enemy object, so I have to go find that. Use the object group, and then there's enemy functions. Points. right? There's none. So and I'll just change that to 0. We'll initialize that at 0. Okay, and then if I go into here and do guy dot points equal points, and you know what, I'm gonna make that this is something like if everything needs this stuff, so every enemy needs this, so I can just add the here instead of going through all 4 of them. What I just write, add points, okay. The points I just gave him. Points, or add points. Okay. I'll see what this does. 34. My god, and that's not working for some reason. Might be because they have you know, actually I'll just do this. If guy does or we're just gonna bypass this whole homing thing. This is what changes states between. Oh my god, the lag. Alright, there we go. No, that's better. Now I can. Yo, he moved fast. Uh-oh, something's going on with it. Not because I'm streaming, but I'll have to check it afterwards. But there's an issue with sometimes it's not loading. I might be pushing my computer too hard. Or is it network sources? I forgot. Elements console. Memory? No. Security. Network, I think. It's not playing what I want it to play. Okay, so this should give me 30 minus 3, so 27. That B should give me 27. Give me 27. Cool. The addition was correct. But why is the bird not doing what I tell it to? 37 milliseconds to load all this stuff in the dongle. I think it. That is unusual. Why are these so huge? You have everything else, like the characters and stuff, are like kilobytes. And then some of the things that are like megabytes huge. They don't have to move that like far back now. Now that I figured this out. Cool. They don't have to be pushed that far back, so when is that happening? Is it happening here? Player scripts. Oh no, it's happening in enemy scripts when it's dead. We'll do this here too. For guy.state equals okay, so that should be like 100. You know what? It's not gonna be 50. I want it to be like 90. Oh wait, hit stop isn't like a thing on its own. That's why it's happening like that. Hit stop is like a universal trait. I think. And hit stop is less than the standard. Okay, so whatever the standard hit stop is divided by 2. Right, because okay. Why does a B immediately die? Oh, I think guy dot frames equals 0. Yeah, because I actually never reset that to 0. Oh yeah, because it has like no. There's it's based on like their death animation. I just use their idle animation, and their idle animation is like 4. Oh, yeah, I should have known. Okay, so that's all working now. Hmm. That actually makes these things like, oh man, something happened. The lag is what worries me. What is going on with these explosion sprites that they're so big? They're like megabytes big. Images. Hang on. Okay. Okay. So that works. I just had to add the death animation now. Actually, what I can do, I can like make sure to force it to do only. Oh no, I can't. Actually, I should just write an end. Yeah, the bug loops at frame 6, so. I might do it here instead of just here. But I can't. I might have to add a key that says like to die, so it will loop constantly over and over until like a certain time has elapsed. Or I might say there's a death timer. I think I should use the animation system I made. Might not really be a problem. Okay, so what else can I do here? I could add another. You know, I'm gonna get rid of this top part. I don't want it to. It's apparently the biggest piece, and I don't want it to render that anymore. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into player scripts, and I'm going to shut off. See, I'm gonna put this inside ifdef. Then, okay, so now it's still laggy. Let me check the internet. I don't know why it's so laggy. What did I do? Is it because I added a second canvas? Was that it? Okay. I can add some bells and whistles and like a background to this. I've had like a screen in front. I don't know if you can see it, but every time I start it up again, there's like a big hitch at the beginning while everything loads in. It takes like, was it 32 milliseconds it says? Which is like 2 frames, I think, in the internet. 50 milliseconds, that's even longer. 50 milliseconds is what? Oh my god, 309? No, finish is 106 milliseconds. That's a long time just to load everything in. I'm more worried about the performance and why it's so laggy. 72 milliseconds. Clearly something I've unoptimized. It's a very unoptimized game. Let's see. I'm gonna try to optimize set enter. I'm gonna actually do something with this debug code actually. Combo. What can I do here? I can add You find a way between the actual time between. You know what I'm gonna do? I can do the set interval. True delta. I can use that. Okay. It's gonna be the debug stuff, so let start, let end, let time. Okay, and then I'm going to, where's the boy here? I want window now. Let's do time dot now. Oh, this is actually, wait, start equals, and then window performance now. This is end. And then time equals n minus start, and then now I have both of those, so I think I'm going to I need like a full on. I don't really care about the accuracy here. If I don't have accuracy, I don't. Yeah, the accuracy was really meaningless, so I think I'm going to, I'll just put this here. Or I guess rather, I'll put it inside the proper thing. Yeah, the info. Hmm. Info. Okay, so here and does this and yeah, and oh, there's the message. Okay, so at the beginning. Oh, and then what defines info? I think it might be. Yeah, it's a player, right? Yeah, the info script. Then I'll just do true delta time. Ugh. Ugh. Huh. Ugh. I'll get rid of this. So it's not like, it's not, that's like, you know what? Minus delta. Delta minus time. So it's taking a little bit longer. It says minus there, like it's taking slightly longer than it should. And I should really just I should take that and what does it do? What to a 2 fixed? Number relative 2 fixed. So it's 2 fixed. So it's like this. And this is actually so it's always like slightly running. Like time is too big. It's slightly running too much. I should do this backwards actually. So like delta is the time between 60 frames per second, but like this is the amount of time there's the amount of time there is like added on. So true delta would be, so delta is like, I think that was like 1/60th of a second, and this is 0.5 to, from like 0.1 to 0.5 longer. Takes a little bit too much. Now I'm gonna check the actual inside the internet one. It's about the same. According to this, anyway. It's always a little bit longer. So if I like change delta, actually what happens? If I go into index and change delta, where are you? Where's delta? There's delta into just time. I'll say time is 1 over FPS. Okay, so I have to put that up on top. So let's put all these at the bottom. These are game stuff now. Because I need an initial state for this. So I'll say 1 over FPS, and I'll say this is time. And time will constantly change. Let's see what happens. It'll make it more imprecise because everything runs on like variable schedules now. Oh no, I would have to actually, no, sorry, I have to change delta every frame. So where is equals time? Now let's see what happens. Yeah, so the issue, I mean, it's still kind of laggy, but it's less precise is a problem. So now you're seeing like it's one, like time is 1 second. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because yeah, in the end it should be 0 every single time now. I don't know why that number is going up and down all the time. Let's see. Oh, assignment to a constant variable. I messed up. Oh, because delta's constant. Okay, that's what happened. Alright, that still didn't work, so let's go to delta all the way up here. Yeah, it has to be reassigned every time. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's a problem. Okay. Oh my god, the speed. Yeah, see, it's a variable now. That's very strange. Because this should only happen once. Delta equals time. And then for the next frame, everything's called again. and that makes hmm. So very difficult. It's funny though. Oh my god. Oh yeah, everything's changing because yeah, Delta's just uh you just get randomly faster and slower. I guess all I can really do is I can track it, but I can't really do anything about it. Let's go back to game variables and I just like back to regular. This also governs anything that increments like by 1 every 60 every frame. Fortunately, I do a lot of it. And that should be const. I'm going the internet, see how it goes. Everything's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Okay. Why is like right out the gate? I mean, just check if make sure like you can't just do this over and over. But it looks like you can't. Yeah, you just mash forward on the at the right. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be a good idea because they spawn instantly at like right off screen. So you really rolling the dice on that. I also had a speed multiplier. Don't know what this is for, but this is all beforehand. I want to know why it's happening here. guess change that back to normal and see. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I want to know in the here I can get rid of. Yeah. I think I should just do kill count, honestly. Kill count goes up where? Oh, when you get points, right? Okay. Hmm. And then I have to actually make it dev, which is all the way up here. So that's true. And now I see true delta is that. It's a mess here, but on the internet, it's a little better. You'll see the hitboxes, especially with the wolf, don't actually like match at all. The bees are the worst ones. Like they're like the actual hitbox is so tiny. Huge frame drops. Okay. Let's div false. Always have a debug mode. Very smart to do. Okay, anyway. Something's up with that. Because the air dash frames are so huge, that might be why, but why are they so big? Did I not like shrink them? Yeah, let me see that. Let me see the images. Let's see which one is it? Which one was it? I'm gonna check the. Let's go look at elements. Network. Air dash 00. Okay, so is the air dash frames. These are the frames that are so like. What about the regular idle frames? Maybe they're like way smaller? You know, I might have not like. I have to look into them on my computer. I get why these are so small, but the air dash frames aren't. just seems super random. To make the characters way easier to see as well. The explosion is extremely large as well for some reason. I don't know why it'd be megabytes though. I might have like messed with the. Hmm. I see that multiplier kicking in. They get much faster. Especially the wolves. Oh my god, I didn't even see them. I had power-ups? I did it in my other game, so I'm gonna add them here. There might be nothing, but I just wanna, might as well since I'm here. Mm-hmm. This, I need a power-ups, like a bonus. It is equals, so it's gonna be like Vx 0, obviously. Vy 0, obviously. And then what other power-ups would she have? I guess that's speed up and down. She can have a faster. She doesn't really have much of anything. She doesn't. They can make like an explosive thing. I might just do Vx and Vy, okay? Yeah, but the thing is that every frame has to be applied and then removed. That's how I did it. It's probably not very optimized. U dot what's it called? Bonuses. Yeah, it was one big lightning, wasn't it? Still going. Wow. So for each it's four. Which four in key and object, yeah. Object key equals 0. Each key in dot bonuses. I don't know why that is not reading. Yep, that's not working. Oh, right. Let me see if nope. Oh, what happens? I still die. Good. I was like way in that equals business, and it still didn't kill me. Yeah, so this is going to set it all to 0, and then it's going to see what we have. And what I'm going to do actually is like power ups. I need that like an array. That's power ups. Which is an array. Yeah. And actually, it's not done yet. It has to be 1. Actually, not 0. 1, and that's 1 as well. And then here, I'm going to for in u dot power ups okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm gonna have to add like a place for the bonuses to power ups to show up. So I have to create this bonuses object and a power ups array, and I'm going to every frame I'm going to take the bonuses that are not programmed yet, but I'm just putting them here for the time being, and what's the word? And I'm going to put the coding in so I can add them later if I want to. Counts power ups. Yeah, so they're gonna have to have like an effect. Yeah, so what I'm gonna have like for each of these, I'm gonna do u bonuses. I'm gonna have like a function here. It's gonna be like active. No, like it needs a function inside it, like attached to it, and then when we activate it, it will give you a key or told me what happens with my other code is that you activate it does all this, but when it gets to the power ups, it activates it, and that sends another call to back to the player. I want to try to get this in like one go, so. So like bonus, something like that. Dot. Who you have bonuses, you have power up I who, and then I bonus. So they'll have every power up will have a who and a bonus, and that who will give you what? It will give you a it's not affecting anything yet. And okay. All right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, now that we have our power ups, we don't have any power ups yet, but once we have them here, now I have to actually add the bonuses to the proper area. So I think I'm going to. It would have to be here where it actually gets changed. This would be like times u dot bonus. This shouldn't actually change anything yet. So that'll be the Vx and this will be Vy. Bonuses Vy. Alrighty. So Vx, Vy. It shouldn't affect anything. Okay, good. It didn't. So how do I make... We'll add another object, and that object... There's a problem is that object will have to have a script. Actually, it has to be an object group because I made an object group, yeah. So I'm all doing this like in my head beforehand, so it can't just be this. It has to be new object group, yeah. Name is player power ups. Whatever, it will have everything that's in an object group. I should. Whereas the object group's at the top, right? And so yeah, it will run through all the objects in the yeah, it has its own name, whatever. Okay, so it's working, you know, hopefully. This is going well. Bonuses, what am I getting to? I wanted to add bonuses because I played Vampire Survivor recently, and there's another game. I think it was like Wizard Tower. You know, I was kind of it had a bunch of these like progression as you went on, instead of just the same thing over and over. Uh, yeah. So I want to add them. What was I thinking? Right, object group. So now they'll all actually start. Um, the scripts will play through them once I attach scripts to them. Um, but now I have to get power ups, and I have to actually change this because uh, object groups aren't themselves arrays, so you can't go into them and go through them. So where's the update loop? Oh my god, it takes forever. There. So in power ups dot objects, yeah. So it's gonna be like this. So if there shouldn't be any issues in the console. So that's noise. My I hate the temporary noises. Okay, anyway. There's no errors in the console so far, so that's fine. But then again, it hasn't actually gone through these codes yet because of 0. They're both 0. Okay, I mean that's fine. So I think I want to like put like apples or something in the trees randomly. But right now all I have is like yeah, and also there's only like a few things. When I put them in VFX scripts. Like I can do yeah, function BFG. It won't be a BFG, but it will have the same effect, right? It will be like how do I get the? I think I'm gonna get all the enemies in. Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah, I need that. That's the for loop. Okay, and we are going to mark death. I think I'll do mark death. Everything. So enemy list. Object index I. And this is marks them all for death, and I have to give them points. So like I don't know, 100, not actually not 100, like 50 points. What's the actual number I give to them? This is the at points, so the actual calculation that ends up with the actual calculation that ends up give that like the reward is here. So this is the position of the character, and you multiply it by there's a reward object, the enemy name, combo. Okay, I think I'll need some of these, but I don't need all of these. I'll take them and just I'll remove them. So go away. Okay, so I don't want the actual player's anything. I don't care where he is. Then you have the reward, the enemy name. Actually, in fact, before I should do that. Ice points is 0, but marked death is not. Marked death should also be points equals 0. Okay, so reward. There's no combo. I could do like, I guess objects dot length. No, but it does this every frame, so I shouldn't do that. Okay, reward enemy name. You know, I'm just gonna do this. Enemy equals enemy list dot object dot I. So now it's just that. So it's gonna be enemy. Rename then difficulty. Yeah, it's okay. I just remembered something about the player scripts. It shouldn't be animation change, find frames, update. So it shouldn't be like u.bonuses.key is one after this right here. Oh no, sorry. Then we have to go again and look through it again. Const key in u.bonuses. If u.bonuses at index key is less than 0.2 or whatever. Then u.bonuses at index key equals 0.2. There's no upper bound, but there's a lower bound, so it doesn't get too low. Okay. So now what? Guess I'll have to make the power-ups. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to make sure this is a little bit better. So easy. So if it's 1,000 to 4,000, it's normal. Hard is 6. That's less than 6. I'm gonna be like less than like 10. Because Nightmare is pretty hard. It's like there's 10 levels and then it just goes to Nightmare. See how long you can survive. Because the game basically ends at Nightmare. I think like the difficulty system is like up here. Yes, so these are all the values for difficulty. So basically this is the minimum wait between spawning enemies. So it's like doing a random generation to see if you're gonna spawn enemies. And the maximum wait is 120. So it's like it can spawn enemies in like 10 frames or 120 frames. It's between those two numbers. The max enemies on screen is 4 on easy, and then 6, 10, 20. So, and then multiply, I think this is like the point multiplier. This is the width of the screen, and this is how fast speed multi is how fast the enemies move. It's a bunch of global variables that change when depending on the difficulty. But Nightmare is quite the change. So if you see like minimum wait is like at hard is 20 and 10, so our maximum is like 20 frames before the next guy is spawned. But in Nightmare it's like 10 to 5 frames the next guy, so they're spawned literally constantly. And there can be 20 enemies on screen right here. And the multiplier is like 0.9, which is quite a bit higher, and the speed is way more. Let's see if I can get... Oh hey, Totally Ori Studios, thank you. Yeah, take your time. So I'm going to see how long I can last in this. It actually takes a little while in the easy mode, because the points are so low. You can see like, it might be hard to see actually. When you kill them, the points show up. So like I'm getting 37. If I'm closer to them, I'll get more points depending on the enemies, the type of enemy they are. The wolves give you more points, and okay, now everything got bigger. Ugh. Okay, I'm in normal, so I'll have to go to like 4,000 before it gets to oh my god, before it gets to hard mode. So the closer it's made so that the closer you are to the edge, you know, where they all spawn, the more points you get. Obviously all the animations aren't there, but okay, now we're in hard mode. Okay, now to get to 10,000. Oh, yeah, but yeah, okay. So actually, I probably won't get to 10,000, but yeah. So they got slightly faster. Their speed multiplier is 1.3 in that case. So that's usually how that's how the difficulty system works. So yeah, it's hard. I wanted to I wanted to make like one of the power-ups apples or something, but I might just make them spawn randomly. And you pick them up and you get something. So I might index, and you know what I'll do at least here right now is I'll make one of these classes so I can make all of their functions. So class power up constructor, and it's going right now it doesn't really mean anything. It needs a needs two things on it. This dot it needs a this dot name, this dot I guess it needs methods more than anything. I said it needs a who. If we go into player script, who. That should be up here. Yeah, it needs a who and a bonus. Okay. So it's going to be like a return. It has to return something. It has to return a yes, a name. So it has to be like, say VX. This makes them go faster horizontally, right? Return VX. No, it should be. Okay, yeah, and no, that should be it. And because it's going to be the name of the bonus, and the name of the bonus is that, and then it will be a plus equals. It should be plus equals. And we'll say return has returned some number, so 0. That is a problem, isn't it? It needs a bonus, but the number has to be something. Oh, you know what? How about that? That's the constructor. Who and bonus. Yeah, who and how much. So this will be who when you initialize it. Not this dot who, just who. What do you call it? Key. Oh, the key. And this returns how much. You're saying right, magnitude. So yeah. I'll do magnitude divided by 10. So like put a regular number up there when I create it. It needs a couple things. It needs this dot position pose equals x, y. Actually, I should need to do that too. X position, y position. Because this is supposed to be randomly generated. You know, like where they want to be. Okay, it needs a velocity as well. And this will start at 0. I should have made like a, what's it called? A general thing, because Unity has one of those too. Everything has a transform, which is a scale. I have to put that into, which is a scale rotation velocity. It needs collision. It does need collision. It needs a tangle. It's going to exist in the world. It needs a tangle. Yeah, and it needs a radius. Because these are all very general, so I have to do it like this. Tangle is for rectangle, but I ended up using circles because the programming for the math for the collisions is much easier on that. So okay. So you have velocity scale, position. Don't really have rotation, but no big deal. I guess I had to put a name here too. That needs collision. What does the player have? Actually, I might be able to reuse the player's collision script if I can. It's not too specific. actually see what I would need for that. Where's collision? Eh. Yeah. Here it is, collision check. So I need tangle, need collision, with velocity, and I have all this, all that, whatever. It's a wall check, right? Okay, and then U is grounded. I need that. I would need that. So let's add that. This is, yeah, need that. Okay, the velocity stage, and yeah, that's fine. Tangle, head tangle. Hmm. Eta tangle Y, head tangle as well. Stage U dot fast fall. Ugh. Yeesh. But I think that's U dot state as well. Damn it. Okay, and friction. You know what? I might just do like a generic. I'll just copy this and do a generic check. These are separate though. Yeah, whatever. It's like a generic one. Generic collision check. Yonk. Okay. Just yoinked my own thing and then put it in here. I'll say generic collision check. So it, yeah, okay, so let X, Y, whatever. U dot tangle, you have a bit of velocity, and U dot canvas width, got it. You don't need that. Okay, I don't need a head tangle. Just it can just be equal to X, and then I don't need this. This doesn't matter. What? Wait. Why was there a moving platform? I don't think that's a thing. Okay. So this fast fall situation is not necessary for the generic collision check. And that does that. It's grounded and true. And none of this is needed because there's no state. That is the entirety of the collision check that's used. Okay, so now we have a generic collision. And I guess I might actually, let me go to player and see if they actually have that in there. They just have it in the prototype. Yeah, there it is. Prototype collision. acceleration check. What is check velocity? Check velocity. Oh, wait, this is a maximum velocity, right? Mine doesn't matter. It's just changing with the stage. Okay, and then I need a redraw. Right? Animate. This all should work. I mean, we're all going on theory right now, but it should work later. It'll be good. It needs a startup. You know what? I'm also gonna give it an ID just in case. This .id. And I'm gonna give it a startup. Yeah. So let's do. Okay. Now when it starts up, what do we do? I want do VFX count plus plus. Actually, no, that's an add VFX, right? Uh, It depends on how I spawn this. When you do this function was made so it would run the startup for this, for all this stuff. Yeah, then all the animation stuff. That's, yeah, okay. You know what? I can kind of see where this can go. This can get annoying. ID, current sprite frames. But first I'm gonna do this. I will need u.sprites. This dot sprites. Frames. And this dot cur sprite. This. All this. And this. Okay. So I'll be here. Did I break anything? No. Okay. Okay, cool. We started up. We got our stuff. Did I miss anything? No, it just starts up. I don't like that. That is where I put all that stuff in. It also has a script tag. Yeah, should do function generic item. Script. It's gonna be an empty array. Normally, the scripts are gonna be generic item. I'm gonna concat. Actually, I should do the opposite. But no, actually, no, that was something else. Script array. Yeah. So we're gonna add them together. If there's any, because there might not be none. Okay. Oh, this is all in theory so far, which is annoying. Okay. Oh, I never used wipe. Oh. Key and magnitude are right here, man. Oh, this is the, okay, this is, yeah, okay, there's that, okay. Okay. Key magnitude. Man, I'm already that tired. What the hell? Uh-huh. I need the scripts. Script. I need it run scripts. Just run scripts, right? Yeah. Yeah, and script is just run scripts. Basically, everyone's script is run script. Yeah, run scripts. Start cleaning. I also want a player prototype kill. I'm gonna kill ice. This. Okay. Where's run scripts, by the way? It's like the actual thing. Yeah, I think I need to add this there too. I guess I don't because it's not over here or in enemy functions. But, you know, whatever. Cool. Now I just have to make it. This is actually a little easier to like spam. Just so you know. So I might like yeah, you know, I might do that. If you are up against the wall, I want you to just go back to idle. Okay, uh, I'm gonna stop it here and then go continue it on my main computer. So hopefully I'll see you there.